really a lot of people are wondering, not so much what's going on, but what are we doing about it?
Thanks, Danny. You know, been doing this since the mid-1980s, and so this is not our first disruption, right? And so we have been down this road. The very first thing that we do, Danny, is we communicate, and we use this platform as one of the ways to communicate. We have direct communication that the three of us did and sent out to all of our clients so that we start with that, number one, in times like this. But before that ever happens, when clients come in, Brian, as you well know, we get to know them, and then we start to build out this portfolio. We try to understand what their goals are. Mm-hmm. And then we say, let's stress test your portfolio. There's a crazy thing called Monte Carlo, but we stress test it. And why do we do that?
I think that's a really key thing as far as building that plan, aligning the portfolio with the plan, and then the client's willingness and ability to take on risk. Because if you can map out what are those goals, what are the resources, the different constraints, have that in the plan, and then go through the scenarios about, well, what if we have a market correction? What if there are some bumps along the way where it's even a bear market? So you can go through those different scenarios and then just show visually, does the plan still hold up? What are the risks around it? And by visualizing that, clients can say, you know what, that's too risky, that's not risky enough for me, right? Taking that longer term perspective, doing that stress testing allows clients to find the right type of portfolio, not just for their goals, their constraints, but also their willingness and ability to take on risk.
Then we create these portfolios no matter what it looks like, some percentage of mix, right?
Yep.
And so some is in domestic equity, some is in international equity, some is in fixed income, which, by the way, when interest rates go down, bond prices go up. And that is also a bucket. And then we put this money in short-term, mid-term, and long-term bucket. And so the stuff that's moving around right now should be in the long-term bucket, which is going to give us this price dislocations that we're seeing that then allows us to do what?
Yeah, then if we see those price dislocations in that long-term bucket, it provides opportunities. It provides an opportunity to reassess, okay, why did whatever happen? And then does this create an opportunity to realign the portfolio for hopefully better gains or a smoother ride as we help clients along that financial journey? And for a lot of people, if they just have one big bucket, now there's nothing wrong with taking that total picture of your portfolio. We firmly believe you should do that. But if you mentally segment it into that short term, intermediate term, and long term kind of perspective, I think it can help people realize that, okay, that long term bucket, the water level there is going up and down quite a bit, lots of waves, but that short term one, that's nice and stable, right? That could be maybe a little bit clearer sailing.
And this applies to someone if they have less than 500,000 or more than 5 million, this theory still allows and still is in play. If you haven't gone through that, folks, this is the time to do that. We have the capacity to help you go through that process and perhaps take advantage of these price dislocations. Again, folks, this too shall pass. We don't know where it bottoms, but we do know historically it turns around.